This ground we walk on, build cities on, and take root in. This soil that taught us the meaning of the word solid. How reliable, eternal, and unshakable does it feel, doesn't it? However, this seemingly solid and motionless crust is actually made up of giant puzzle pieces that are constantly in motion, rubbing against each other and fighting each other, like a broken eggshell. We call these pieces tectonic plates, and their story is the story of a fiery heart lying deep in the depths of our planet, an unquenchable anger, and millions of years of accumulated stress. For thousands of years, humanity has taken refuge in its imagination to make sense of these sudden and frightening tremors. Earthquakes were the anger of the gods. In ancient Greece, it was believed that Poseidon, the god of the seas and nicknamed the Earth Shaker, shook the earth with his trident. It was the awakening of a monster. In Japanese mythology, earthquakes were believed to be caused by the tail of Namatsu, a giant catfish living in the mud beneath the earth, and only the god Kashima could hold him down with a giant rock. In many cultures, from Siberia to South America, earthquakes were caused by the movements of a giant turtle carrying the earth on its back, a herd of elephants, or a chained giant. These legends were our ancestors' attempts to sense the incomprehensible power underground and give it a meaning and a face. The real story is much more epic and terrifying. The center of our planet is a core of molten, solid iron that is as hot as the surface of the sun. The mantle layer that surrounds it, which is thousands of kilometers long, looks like solid rock, but it is a fluid rock soup the consistency of honey or tar that moves very slowly on the geological timescale. The huge heat currents in this mantle force the tectonic plates floating on them like a raft to move only a few centimeters a year, at the speed of our fingernails growing. Now imagine two plates, the Pacific plate and the North American plate, trying to slide past each other. Their edges are not smooth, oiled surfaces. Instead, they are rough surfaces, full of huge mountain ranges and valleys, with indented and undulating edges. Like trying to move two giant sandpapers together, the plates get stuck and locked together. We call these locking points fault lines. The plates are locked, but the mantle underneath continues to push them relentlessly. The movement has stopped, but the energy continues to accumulate. Over decades, even centuries, an incredible tension, a gigantic elastic energy, millions of times greater than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima, is stored in this locked fault line. It is like a giant steel ruler being held at both ends and bent mercilessly. It stretches, stretches, stretches. And finally, the final point of resistance that the rocks can withstand is exceeded. That energy, accumulated over hundreds of years, is suddenly released in a fraction of a second. The interlocking rocks break by exploding or slide with a loud creak. The plates move for meters and release the accumulated stress. This sudden and wild whip movement, like the rings created by a stone thrown into the water, spreads enormous seismic waves in every direction in the earth. First, the fastest, sound-like compression waves, the P waves, come. Then the slower but much more destructive S waves, which shake the earth sideways like a snake, reach the surface. When these waves reach the surface, they turn into surface waves, rippling the solid ground we trust like the surface of an ocean. The event we call an earthquake is the moment when the Earth's crust releases this accumulated stress, its deep and shocking exhalation. Earthquakes are not only destructive, they are also the sculptors of our planet. This power has moved the continents for millions of years, raised the ocean floors, formed giant mountain ranges like the Himalayas, and shaped the Earth into its present form. They are the most powerful evidence of how alive, dynamic, and seething our planet is. The ground beneath our feet is not a dead rock. It is the thin, fragile shell of a living, breathing, ever-changing, and sometimes angry system. Earthquakes are the most dramatic and powerful reminder of this system. They are a testament to the unstoppable force within our planet.
The Door to Knowledge, presented by Toyer TV. Don't forget to take your place on this path of discovery and enlightenment.